What if I told you that the world's greatest philosophy resource, walls or expensive textbooks? What if the deepest questions of existence, knowledge, and reality were all explored in one place, completely free and available to anyone with internet access? Today we're exploring how the Stanford Encyclopedia of Philosophy revolutionized access to philosophical knowledge and became the internet's hidden intellectual treasure. And stick around until the end to discover how you can use this powerful tool to explore any philosophical question that keeps you up at night. Hey knowledge seekers, welcome back to Philosophy for Life. I'm Kankir Pola, and today we're diving into something that completely changed my intellectual life, and might change yours too. In a world of misinformation, clickbait, and oversimplified explainers, there's one digital resource so valuable that professional philosophers and casual thinkers alike consider it the gold standard. It's called the Stanford Encyclopedia of Philosophy, or SEP for short. What is the SEP? Created in 1995, the Stanford Encyclopedia of Philosophy is an online reference work featuring over 1,700 entries written by experts in their fields. But this isn't your dusty old encyclopedia. It's a living document that's constantly updated, peer-reviewed and expanded, host on camera. What makes the SEP unique is that every article is written by a genuine expert in that specific philosophical topic, often the leading researcher in the world. Imagine having direct access to the thoughts of the most brilliant minds, tackling life's biggest questions. With articles averaging 10,000 words, comprehensive bibliographies, and rigorous academic standards, the SEP offers depth that Wikipedia simply can't match. And unlike academic journals that charge outrageous subscription fees, the SEP is completely free to everyone. The origin story. Voiceover. The SEP was founded by philosopher Edward Zalta at Stanford University with a revolutionary vision to create the first dynamic reference work. Instead of publishing unchangeable volumes, this would be a resource that could evolve with philosophical discourse. Before the SEP, if you wanted to understand a philosophical concept like epistemology or existentialism, you had limited options. Read dense academic texts, find outdated encyclopedias, or rely on simplified summaries. The SEP changed all that by bringing expert knowledge directly to the public. Philosopher quote, "The SEP has democratized philosophical knowledge in an unprecedented way. It's like having the world's best philosophy department at your fingertips." How to use the SEP? Let me show you how to get the most out of this incredible resource. First, let's head to plato.stanford.edu. The homepage might look simple, but don't let that fool you. You can search directly for topics or browse by category. Let's try something interesting, say consciousness. Each entry follows a similar structure. First, you'll get an overview of the topic, followed by its historical development, major theories, criticisms, and contemporary perspectives. The bibliography at the end is a goldmine if you want to explore further. Pro tip: if you find an article too advanced, look for the related entries section. Often you can find articles on foundational concepts that will help you understand the more complex topic. What I love about the SEP is how it creates an interconnected web of knowledge. One article leads to another, allowing you to follow your curiosity down fascinating philosophical rabbit holes. Real-world applications. The SEP isn't just for philosophy students or academics. Let me show you how different people use it in their lives. Writers and content creators use it for deep research on topics, ranging from ethics to aesthetics, ensuring their work is grounded in solid philosophical understanding. Critical thinkers use it to strengthen their arguments and avoid logical fallacies by understanding philosophical reasoning at a deeper level. And many people turn to the SEP during personal existential questions about meaning, morality, or the nature of reality, finding thoughtful perspectives on life's biggest mysteries. I personally use the SEP when struggling with questions about personal anecdote about using philosophy in real life. The clarity it provided helped me see the issue from multiple perspectives. The impact and future. With millions of unique visitors monthly from over 190 countries, the SEP has become philosophy's global home on the internet. It's cited in academic papers, court decisions, and policy documents worldwide. But the SEP faces challenges too. Maintaining this massive resource requires funding and institutional support. As we face growing concerns about misinformation and AI-generated content, the human expertise behind the SEP becomes even more valuable. The SEP continues to evolve, adding new entries on emerging philosophical questions about technology ethics, environmental philosophy, and diverse philosophical traditions from around the world. The Stanford Encyclopedia of Philosophy represents something beautiful, the idea that complex knowledge doesn't need to be simplified or hidden behind paywalls. It can be shared freely with anyone curious enough to explore it. So here's my challenge to you. After this video, visit the SEP and look up one philosophical concept you've always been curious about. Spend just 15 minutes reading, and I promise you'll discover something fascinating. If you enjoyed this intellectual journey, hit subscribe and that notification bell. Drop a comment with your favorite philosophical question, and I might explore it in a future video. Remember, as Socrates said, the unexamined life is not worth living, and the SEP is one of the best tools we have for examination.